guys, it's your girl Kalia. I'm back here again with a new motherfucking banger. Y'all already know what's up. Alright y'all, in today's video I decided that I want to talk about a major topic that I saw on TikTok. Y'all know I'll be into TikTok. I saw this broadcast of this guy and this woman. No, it was a couple of guys and some women. I think there was 2 women and some guys, but I'm gonna put their link to their TikTok down below. That I really enjoy these followers. I love them so much. They give good advice. They talk about things that deals with relationships and taking ownerships and communication and all that. I'm gonna put all their profiles down in the description down below, because I feel like all of us need to follow them, all of us need to listen to them, all of us need to take advice from them. So in the topic that they were talking about was men taking accountability for things that they have done, things that they have done or have not done. I feel like nowadays men don't take responsibility or accountability for the things that they have done or have not done. I feel like personally men need to start doing that and stop doing the blame game when it comes down to women or situations where probably can't control it or they want to control it but they don't know how to. Like for example, y'all know I talk about my relationship problems, what's going on with my relationship and things like that. It always becomes a blame game when it comes down to things that I have done. I'm learning now more to take accountability for the things that I have done, and I also apologize or beg or plea and all that some women don't do. They will have been like, all right, well, I did this, I did that, and they move the fuck on. No, I'm the type of person where I never give up on my relationships. I either try to make it work or I try to lower my standards or lower my expectation of things that I want for myself or we both want for each other. It's like nowadays, like men will, destroy you, and men will put you down, and men will, like I said, do the blame game. Like, you did this is the reason why I did this because you did this, or this is the reason why you did this. And like, where's the words we are going to fix it? It's us against the world. It's supposed to be us in the relationship, or we're going to fix it, or I'm going to fix it, or here's what I can do to prove to you that I want to fix it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Taking accountability. Like, saying sorry. I know some people, they don't like to say the word sorry, or they don't like to take accountability, or they don't like to communicate. Me, personally, I like to shut down. I'm great for shutting down when it comes down to situations that I can't handle, or I don't want to talk about, or I don't want to discuss, or I just don't want to deal with. I am great for shutting down. But at the same time, if I know I've done wrong and I know I've been doing wrong, I'm going to take accountability for that. I'm going to say I'm sorry. Just as long, I feel like men need to understand, just as long as a woman takes accountability for the things that they do, you should forgive and forget. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you hang it over her head and be like, okay, well, you did this. For example, I told the other person that I don't want to get married no more. It became into, well, this is the reason why you did this, or this is the reason why I did this choice. And this is, it was never about saying, you know what, Kiki, I'm sorry that you don't want to get married. I'm sorry for the decision that I made to make you feel you don't want to get married no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, that marriage to me is a big part that I want to be in my life. I watched my grandparents, rest in peace to the both of them. I watched my grandparents be married for 65 years if they were still alive until this day, and I've seen all the headaches and stress and all that, how much that you go through in marriage. At the end of the day, that was something that I wanted to do for myself. Like, I wanted to get married before I'm 30. That's a goal that I wanted for my life, like a long time ago. I always said that I wanted to get married before I'm 30. I'm going on 27. I got 2 more years before I go to 30. Like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of him being like, you know what, I'm sorry that you feel that way. I apologize for you to feel that way, but I'm going to make sure we get to that point where I'm going to make sure that I marry you. You know what I'm saying? Like, making a suggestion, making a goal. You know what? I may be in this situation right now, but I promise you, before you're 30, we're going to get married. It was none of that. You know what I'm saying? These are examples that I should expect from a man. If you really down for me, if you really love me, if you really in love with me, that's what the type of answers I should be getting, or the type of responses I should be getting. Not no, well, you're the one that did this, so I decided to make my own decision of doing this because you was at fault. You know what I'm saying? It's always the you. But where is the I'm sorry, or I understand your situation, or I understand how you feel, and I'm sorry for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, be sensitive about a situation that I could have chosen, not said now damn word about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to express my feelings to you. I didn't have to express my feelings, but I chose to express my feelings just to see what type of reaction or what type of response you're gonna give me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like men need to take more accountability and stop doing the blame game. You know what I'm saying? Like, this could have been something in the relationship, or something that happened in your life, or something that happened during a relationship where it did affect you, but you don't want to say anything because you want to hear what the men's response is going to be, or what their actions are going to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person, like, I know my other person has done wrong, and like he said, it's always you did this, so I went out and did that. Two wrongs don't make it right. Two wrongs do not make it right. You going behind my back doing other things, or I'm going behind your back doing other things. It's supposed to be one person to do the positive thing, besides the other person doing a negative thing. You get what I'm saying? Because how is that going to fix anything that's going on with both of y'all two toxic together? You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to do something else because I did it. So you following my traits and you making your own traits, and then you feel like because I did this, that means that you're going to pick up my traits that you're going to do to somebody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do to me or do to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You know, say I'm sorry more. Saying, oh, I understand, or I respect your feelings, or I care about your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, start apologizing for things that you may think you know, but at the same time, try to figure out what it is that you're going to be fixing for yourself and for your relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get what I'm saying, cool. If you're not, follow along with me. What I'm trying to say is, I think men need to understand that it's not fun, it's not cool to follow somebody else's traits, bad traits, and then be, oh, well, you did this and you did that and you did whatever because you did it, so I decided I'm going to do it. No, you don't take negative traits and bring positive traits into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you felt like I was doing so bad and so wrong for these many years or these many times, you should have been stopped and left me alone. But no, you kept continuing to drag me along. And then when I feel some type of way, or I don't get the proper answers, and I go off and I get mad, then you get mad and just, you know, don't talk to me for days, weeks, months, probably years. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not fair. If you with me, you with me. If you're not, say that you're not and move on. Leave me the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you have to take accountability for the shit you do. Like I said, I've taken all my accountability. I have apologized. I have communicated. I have done this. I even came up with suggestions, conversations, everything. Has it happened? No, because the other person is worried about what this other person is going to feel or say, and this and this and that, and do all this. But what about the main person that actually have been making these suggestions, making these plans, making this way of being for you to be happy, for all three of us to get along? You know what I'm saying? A woman would not do that. A woman would be like, you doing this? You're whatever? Oh, I'm out. Bye. No, I stay within that shit for a year and nothing seems to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you protecting the other person, but what about my protection? What about my happiness? What about my love? What about our goals that we made in life? You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? I feel men need to start taking responsibilities for the action they have done. I get females fuck up. I get males fuck up. Sometimes females don't want to deal with the shit. Sometimes men don't want to deal with the shit no more. If you don't want to deal with the shit, let the shit be known so the other person don't feel so dragged along. You know what I'm saying? Like, apologize. Say sorry. Like, there's been times where I've done so much for this person, so much, that I forget about myself. I don't take care of myself. I don't, worry about if I'm going to pay my bills. I'm not going to worry about getting new clothes, new sneakers, new this, new that. Because I'm focused on his life, his happiness, his career, financial problems, or whatever he's going through, taking care of before I take care of myself. You get what I'm saying? So if that's not a woman that's putting her man first, no matter whatever she's going through or whatever she has done in her past, then that's a problem. That's actually holding somebody down. That's actually doing what you're supposed to do as a wife, or doing something that you're supposed to do as a person that is only in a girlfriend title but doing wifely titles at the same time. You get what I'm saying? it's not like I'm asking for a lot. All I ask is for communication, loyalty, respect, the basic things. I'm not asking you to pay my phone bill. I'm not asking you to pay my car. No, I don't got no car, but I'm just saying. I'm not asking you to pay my rent. I'm not asking you to pay my student loan. I'm not asking you to do none of that. What I'm asking is, I told you I wanted to get married before I'm 30, or I told you that I wanted to get married within a 3 years radius, or whatever I said. I don't know what, but I know I said I wanted to get married before 30. I know I said that. I'm not asking you to take care of me. I could do that myself. I'm an Aquarius. I'm very fucking independent. I don't need no man, no nigga, no female, no bitch to do that, because I could do that on my own. So yeah, so what's the problem of doing two or more things that you can't, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, there's been times where I've been in hospitals. I've been in fucking, not mental hospitals, but like hospitals, like when I was going through some shit and this and this and that. Like, I didn't feel like that support was around me. Yeah, he probably popped up the next day to come see me or whatever, but still, mentally, that messes with you. Emotionally, that messes with you. Physically, that's messing with you. And I remember we went out and I was drinking. I felt all this anger inside of me, and I was like, I had to let this shit go. Like, I remember I was crying, I was banging on the table, like I was mad because it was like, I think we had a conversation about him not taking accountability for the things that he does, and then I said something, and then I was talking about when I was in the hospital, things like that, and what I was going through. I was pissed. And instead of him being like, I'm sorry, he just kept on going on and making it seem like it was all about me, like I did wrong, or he couldn't find his way here. He couldn't go his way to the hospital or something because he was in a situation. Like, you get, like, those little things you don't take accountability of. You not one time said, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry that you feel that way. I'm sorry that you had to go through that by yourself. I'm sorry that you had to feel alone by yourself. Like, shit like that bothers me. Because you're not taking accountability, but you expect me to take accountability for the shit that I do. But when I do, and I'm waiting for your response of saying, you know what, I'm sorry for doing this. I'm sorry for doing that. I'm sorry for doing this. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Be sensitive about situations that I'm talking about. Be sensitive about things that could have been better, but it went a different way. But at least be mindful of what I'm talking about. Take acknowledgement for the things that you do. For example, when my great grandma passed away, we was not talking. I don't think we was talking, or his phone was off, or his phone was dead, or his phone was broken, or something. I don't know. I pulled up to his job because I'm that type of bitch. I pulled up to his job and I'm like, yo, great grandma passed away, And I'm like, so why you haven't talked to me? Why you said me? He said, because I didn't want to, because I knew what you was doing. You see, shit like that makes me angry. He didn't even say, like, I'm sorry that great grandma passed away. Like, when is the funeral? Is there anything that I could do to help? Is there anything that I could do? Can I come over, stay with you, and make sure you're okay? It was none of that. It was, you did this, you did that. And then, boom, he hits me with a bomb drop that he was talking to his ex-girlfriend. While I was in a situation where I was about to bring life into the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, boy, like, are you serious? Are you for real? Where was the accountability of saying, you know what? I'm sorry. He didn't even, like, come to the funeral. He ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember that shit. Like, because I remember I texted him, letting him know when it was. He never came. Like, little shit like that, that's what irks me. Like, and then, he did come to my grandfather's funeral. He came to the church service. Then when my grandmother passed away, we was going through something. He never showed up. Like, so, like, little things like that. Like, when little deaths that happen in my family, I'm expecting support. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I was not there for his grandfather passing. I think I don't know, we was going through something, doing other shit that I shouldn't be doing, and that's the reason why he didn't tell me, which I find it very, I don't find it disrespectful. I just find it like, why you just didn't tell me? Like, yeah, I may have been doing other shit, but at the same time, that's a death in your family. I take that very serious, so why would you not tell me? So he decided he was not going to tell me because of, personal reasons. As I would say, as I would call it, personal reasons. At the end of the day, like I said, I told him, I can't take back from not being there, or take back for you making a decision not to tell me. All I could do is now is make sure you're physically, mentally, and emotionally okay. That's all I could do. Do I wish that I would have known? Yes, I would, but he chose not to tell me. So it's like, I can't blame myself, but at the same time, I can blame myself because I was not told, and at the same time was not able to give them that support that he needed at that time. So that's the only reason why I can only blame myself. Men needs to start taking responsibility for the things that they do. Not that I'm saying that all men do everything. Women do shit too. But what I'm saying is, know when you're doing wrong, be knowledgeable about it. Be respectful about it. Know what you're apologizing for. If you don't know what you're apologizing for, like, I would respect a man if a man would have been like, you know what, Kay, I apologize for X, Y, and Z. I apologize for X, Y, and Z. Or I apologize for making you feel that you don't want to get married no more because of the decision that I made that possibly affected you in a way where you set it a goal for us, or we both set it a goal for each other. You know what I'm saying? You have to be knowledgeable about it. You have to be respectful about it. If you're not being sensitive about it, then you shouldn't have put your emotions in a relationship where you're not going to take that type of accountability for the actions that you do. You know what I'm saying? So I just want men, females, to understand what I'm saying to y'all. Understand, taking accountability is a big step in a relationship. It's a big acknowledgement to be made when you're in a relationship. Start saying I'm sorry to each other. Start apologizing to each other. Make a reason why you're apologizing to each other. Even if it's something small and simple, make sure you apologize, because apology does change in the ways that you think about each other. It does change in the ways that you make decisions about each other. It does change ways that you make sure you're showing the other person that you are maturing and that you are growing and that you are knowing and you're understanding the actions that you have done to affect the other person. You know what I'm saying? So I hope this video helps. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I am coming up with some more videos. I'm trying to, watch YouTube and trying to get a little contest going on here, trying to find out what I could do more besides talking about relationships and other shits that I don't want to fucking talk about. But so I hope you guys enjoy this motherfucking banger, and I will see y'all guys in the next motherfucking banger. Bye. Da da da. And I just felt all this anger just come in me. Like, I'm kind of out of breath right now. Like, I can't breathe. Whew. God, I felt like that shit was weighing on my chest. Lord Jesus.
He doesn't take personal accountability. Listen, liars and manipulators do not hold themselves accountable. They got every excuse in the book, always making it about it's this, it's that, it's this person, trying to hide from any consequences, trying to hide from any work that they're gonna have to do to make anything better. So when you notice that this man never takes accountability, this is a huge red flag.